For almost 70 years, Action Hampshire has been supporting not-for-profit organisations to deliver great services to local people and communities. Jacky Charman from the Charity is here to tell us why the 16th of November is not to be missed by the community groups who could really benefit from new fundraising and contacts. Well, Jacky, thank you so much for coming in, and maybe we should kind of clarify, actually, although you're part of Action Hampshire, you're specifically here to talk about Action Portsmouth, is that correct?
That's correct. Action Portsmouth is an outreach part of Action Hampshire, and we've been running in Portsmouth for 5 years, and this event is going to help the groups. We've run plenty of other events, but this event is going to help community groups find funding, find more information. There is so much going to be going on the day, and it's all free.
Wow, so would you say then you're a charity that helps other charities?
Yes, that is exactly what we do. My job role is supporting the smaller groups. So we support the larger groups and charities in Portsmouth, but my main role is helping the groups get set up, helping them go through their governance, so it's constitutions, it's making it all plain language, and then once they're all set up, help them find funding, and we've been very successful in doing that.
I suppose that's it, is that if you've got a great idea for a charity or a cause close to your heart, it's that those kind of steps to become recognised often are the hardest path.
It is, because the phrase I always use is you don't know what you don't know, and if you don't know it, you can't look it up.
Exactly.
And there are so many groups that come to me that have started and have gone down the wrong path. And so it's about saying, right from the beginning, how can we make you strong? How can we make that passion, that idea fit what you can do? And most of the people that are coming and seeing me are volunteers, and they fit it in between their busy lives, and they're just amazing.
And I suppose that's what these events coming up in November are all about then. Just can you tell us a bit more, what should we expect to see at these things? Well,
what we've tried to do is listen to what has come through, the different issues that have come through. So we've got lots of information around funding, because obviously funding is the biggest part. We've got information around social enterprise. So if you've got an idea but you're not sure if it's quite a social enterprise, then you can come along on the day and we can find out more. And there's also an opportunity with that social enterprise of becoming part of the School of Social Entrepreneurs, and that you get £4,000 if you're lucky enough to be part of it. So that's well worth having. We're working with the university to do cyber security, because once again, a lot of the community groups will have data. So they may be a church group and they've collected people's names and addresses, you know, when they've helped and things like that. And they might be sitting in somebody's computer somewhere. That's data protection. That all needs that cyber security to find out and make sure it's all safe. We've got somebody coming to deliver conflict resolution, because once again, some of our groups are working with some very vulnerable people, homeless people, people that are hungry, and sometimes they can come across different sort of aggression, not necessarily from the people they're helping, but they come across aggression. So one of the things they've asked for is training how to prevent it. We've got how to measure impact, because once again, if you're doing this fabulous stuff and you want funding, you've got to prove it. Yes. And in this day and age, it's more and more important to be able to prove what you are actually doing and what your outcomes. So we've got a session on how to measure impact.
And we mentioned networking as well, so how important then is it for these groups to be talking to each other?
Very important, because sometimes you could be sat next to the person that's got a solution, and unless you talk to each other, and that was shown very early days when I had a group that was desperate for laptops, and they were sat next to somebody who had 6 sat in a cupboard that was from a project that they didn't need anymore. Yeah. And they were able to just say, oh, I can help you. So sometimes it's not always funding and money that is the solution. Sometimes it's the networking. And Portsmouth is such a diverse city with so much going on that just talking to people can find you fabulous answers.
Well, I suppose the burning question then is, if we did want to get involved and come along and to these events, where are they? Where are they, and how do we do it?
Well, you can always come to our Facebook page. We always have all the information on Facebook. Also on Action Hampshire's website. But the best place to go is Eventbrite, because you can book via Eventbrite, and you just book go in and it's making your community group stronger. Book on there and then you're in.
Fantastic. Well, hopefully plenty of people turn up on the day. I wish you all the great success.
Thank you very much.